Welcome to my journey. We're going to take this and train it to compete in this. Yes, you heard right. This fat, unfit, middle-aged man is going to compete in the Cairns Ironman Triathlon 2024. That's a 3.8k swim, 180k bike ride, and a 42k run. Well, hopefully run. Starting 60 weeks out, you can follow me and see if I've got what it takes to make it all the way. Every week we'll have a new episode and you can see the highs and lows, all the tears, all the blood, all the sweat, and there'll be lots of sweat. I hope you join me and enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do. We'll see you soon. Oh, and make sure if you see me out on the trail, say hi, give me some encouragement, or something like that. Welcome to week 10, everybody. Going to change things up a little bit this week, so look out for the graphical update at the end. We're going to incorporate it for the week that you're watching rather than the previous week, just to makes it a bit clearer, I think. So stay tuned for that at the end of the episode and enjoy. Sunday morning, 5 something. Welcome to the next week. I'm really not feeling it this morning. I woke up, anyway, not feeling it, but here I am. Bike is all ready and I'm gonna start pedaling it whether I'm ready or not. So wish me luck. It's windy again. I don't know, some days. Well, 63 kilometers I think this morning's ride, so I don't know how, but I sure as hell did not feel like that when I left, but pretty happy to get that out. And the legs are all a bit wobbly at the moment, but I'll recover today. Good start to the week. Well, no records today at the pool. Lots of traffic. I only ended up doing 1500 meters because it's just, it's very, I guess I should get used to swimming around a lot of people, but not quite there yet, let's put it that way. So anyway, I managed to drag myself out of bed and get here, so that was the win. And we'll hopefully I'll be feeling better for the rest of the week after yesterday's little schmozzle after the bike ride, but anyway, we'll get there. Time to get up the hill. Might even have a crack at the record today since it's going to be a nice coolish day, so we'll see how we go. Looks like we're going to be able to get in a good time in this heat, with the lack of heat. So I only swam this morning, so legs are pretty fresh. Should be good to go. Alright, let's see if we can have a crack at this record up the stairs. I'm going to put a visual of this climb into the video this week, so you can all see what the hill part is and then the downhill part. So for all those who haven't climbed Castle Hill, you'll be able to get a proper visualization of what it looks like. So let's see how I go today. Well, the legs are feeling very heavy a third of the way in today. So maybe a bit of carryover from the ride yesterday. And keep pushing though, keep pushing. So much for heavy legs. Knocked 30 seconds off my record. Have a look at this. 19 minutes and 2 seconds. Pretty happy about that. Now I just need to catch my breath because it's way up there already. That was a good surprise. What are we talking about this week? So this week I've changed my training routine a little bit. I'll put a picture of it up while I talk about it, but basically I've shifted. Originally for the first couple of months I just wanted to put some kilometers down and get some kilometers into my legs, really, mostly in my arms for swimming. So now I've switched over to a more traditional triathlete training schedule. So basically swim Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning, run Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, and then a big run on Sunday. So that'll be my 10k, and riding on, I can't remember which days it is now, and then a big ride on Saturday. So the weekend there'll be 2 workouts, but just big ones first thing in the morning, because like my 63k ride yesterday, it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So because I'm not trying to ride it fast, it's a long ride. So, and my plan is to try and add 5 to 10 k's to my long ride each week, basically. So depending on how I feel and what the weather conditions are like, just kind of keep trying to put a bit on there all the time. So that's my plan so far. And yeah, so I was a bit disappointed in myself last week, even though I didn't have a terrible week while I was away. I think I probably put on about 1 kilo just from traveling, you know, I didn't even pig out. So it's just one of those things where your body gets out of whack because you're not doing the same routine. And so this week I've got to work a little bit harder to try and get rid of all of that, and a little bit extra. I'll catch up with James this week, which will be good. Got all my results back from the blood tests, and so I'll be going through that later in the video, just to give you a breakdown of where everything's at. Pretty much come back as I expected, although a couple of things that I didn't really even know about that are low. So we'll run through that, and I'm going to work out a more of a strict diet plan, because now that I'm doing longer distances and everything, I've really got to get my food right, because it just wrecks me if I haven't got enough fuel in me and I'm not doing everything right. Like yesterday after my 63k ride, I actually felt quite good when I first got off the bike, but then my whole body just goes downhill and crashes because I'm dehydrated, had a headache most of the day and just felt like shit. So I think that's the next big thing for me, is to get my food right, like really right, like athlete right, because it's I think just eating like a normal person is not working for me now that I'm putting in so much on the track. So I might have to get some help with that, but we'll see what James says on Wednesday. But other than that, I'm still happy with how everything's progressing. Like, my times are going well, my body's holding up well. I feel good most of the time, other than yesterday when I crashed. But yeah, I've just got to keep learning from those things and trying to do better next time. Well, another ride down. No records this morning, but still a good ride. A bit more wind than I had anticipated, and funnily enough my legs just didn't have a record in them, but still, another ride down, another 30 k's closer to finishing the triathlon. Well, I think that was my worst run probably since I started running. Nothing went right on that one. 30km/h headwind on the first half of the run, and it was just fucking horrific. And then coming back, when I had a tailwind, I started getting cramps in my lower stomach. So anyway, still around 38 minutes, but just really felt terrible that run. So anyway, it's done. Still did 5k's, so can't be that bad again. Famous last words, I guess. Oh, okay. So that was Wednesday morning swim done. A new PB on the first kilometre, 27 minutes. So I was pretty happy with that. I actually had breakfast before this swim, so trying some different approaches to fueling my body. Now that I'm putting in a lot more longer and more intense workouts, I've just got to try and work out the best way to do that. But I see James this morning, so we will hopefully get some better answers when I talk to him.
Then press enter. Place your heels on the rear sole electrodes. Grab the handles. Place your thumbs on the oval electrodes. Keep your arms straight. Your arms must not touch the sides of your body. Starting your in-body test. Do not talk or move during the test. The test is completed.
Let's hope. Well, I gotta say, I'm a bit disappointed in the results today. Not the results from the blood tests. That was kind of pretty run-of-the-mill. I got a couple of extra supplements, zinc and B12 and iodine, which should actually help with the insulin resistance, but more the body composition. I basically haven't changed since the first one, so that's a bit disappointing considering how much fitter and stronger and faster I can do everything. So it just tells me really that I need to focus even more on my nutrition, and until my body's functioning the way, until the insulin resistance is gone, I need to get everything exactly spot on. There's no room for error, so to speak. So I will be refining that and experimenting over the next few weeks to see the best way to, first of all, be able to fuel my body, give my body enough energy to do all the stuff that I need to do, but then make sure that I'm restricting, not having excess calories when I don't need them, kind of thing. So that'll be, well, I was going to say fun, but it won't be fun. It'll be a pain in the ass to try and work out, but that's where it's at. So when you let your body go too far, the punishment, if you want to think of it that way, is that you've got a lot of shit to get right. There's no shortcuts, there's no easy. If I'd have worked this hard in my 20s, I'd have had a six-pack by now. But at my age, with what I've let the point I've let my body go to, fixing the insulin resistance, getting everything working the way it should again, is a long-term, difficult project. And so, I'd really hoped that it would be easier, but but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It just shows me how important getting the nutritional part of things is going to be in the long-term plan for this Ironman. It's not going to be there's no quick fix. It's not going to be an easy process. So I just have to keep working harder, and I'll probably get some outside assistance to give me a plan to stick to. So there we go. Not the exciting, amazing news that I was hoping to share with everybody, but this is the journey. It's not, you can't do bad by your body for 10 years and then expect the fix going to be 5 minutes, so, but that's good in a sense, because I know part of committing to doing the Ironman was that this is going to take time, and if it takes me a year to fix my body and get everything working again, well, that's what it takes. And so we'll just keep doing it, keep plugging away, and we will get there in the end.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the week 10 update for the graph, and you'll see everything's tracking pretty well. Weight's down another kilo, so pretty happy about that. Bike is sitting sort of steady, but that's the speed that I want to be at for next year anyway. I don't really need to be faster than 30 kilometers an hour. The run is coming down slowly, but it's been steady. More important to get kilometers in than speed down. And the swim's come down a bit recently, which is great because I want that to be really strong leg. So all in all, tracking really well, and looking forward to knocking some time off my swim and run over the next couple of weeks and try and get those down to the bar, and then I'll be just happy to keep everything steady and keep knocking some weight off, put those kilometers down.
So, didn't quite have it in me to have a little talk right after my ride, but very successful 87 kilometers today on the bike, which I'm really happy about. I think I fueled pretty well, so hopefully no after effects today. Just to give you an idea, I weighed myself before I went at 127, weighed myself when I got back exactly the same, and in between I had eaten a bowl of cereal with a banana on it, drunk 2.5 litres of fluid, and knocked back a couple of energy bars and a couple of tubes of energy. So that just shows you it's a 3 hour and 10 minute ride or something like that for that distance. So that's a lot of energy and a lot of fluids to use up in that time. So hopefully that will make sure my body recovers better and I don't fall into a big steaming pile of crap this afternoon. So all in all, really good week. Just on my weight, as I was just talking about then, just to give you an idea how, and I don't know if other people have this sort of thing happen to them or whether I'm just weird, but so after last week, which wasn't a good week being away, and then a bad day on Sunday when I just felt like I was drinking fluids all day, Monday morning weighed myself and I was like 130, which was not a good way to start the week. Then by Thursday afternoon when I did my run, I was back down to 126. So, you know, 4 kilos in 4 days variation in my body is a lot. And now I'm sitting at around the 127. So even though, I guess that's why when I do my weight on the graph, which you'll see straight after this, that's why I do it as the lowest point, because, you know, this week's been a big fluctuation week, but generally I fluctuate 1 or 2 kilos through the week depending on at what point I weigh myself. So it's really hard to get a really accurate gauge of my exact weight because it doesn't sit, you know, at one level. So, but all in all, it's been a really good week. I feel like I've got things sorted now, and I think I feel like I've figured out the fueling, but obviously you'll get confirmation of that next week. And start off next week with a big run on a Sunday morning, so looking forward to see how my legs hold up after nearly 90 k's on the bike today. But yeah, going great. Don't forget to support, don't forget to click subscribe, tick the little bell so you get notified when new video drops. And thanks everybody for your support, and we'll see you next week.